Okay, well, we should move on to news because I gotta go.
Yes, news. You can go first.
Okay, yeah. Real quick. So this is relevant because I was talking about GOG before, the DRM free. So Hitman Game of the Year edition has been removed from GOG because it's technically not DRM free. It's you can do some things DRM free, but for certain things it requires an internet connection where it actually checks whether you own the game or not. And it's something about like I think it might be like I don't know, like unlocking different weapons or something like that. And my second piece of news is that GTA. So the whole everyone's waiting for GTA 6, but they're not doing that. Instead, they announced the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, which is going to be GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, but remastered, it seems.
That's
So, yeah.
disappointing, probably, to the fans.
I mean, I'm sure some people, I think people in general are happy, but it's like, I think they just don't want to, I don't know, like, maybe they just, it's probably cheaper. Anyways, I gotta move on.
Do you have to head out now? Because you can head out now if you want.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Bye, Nathan.
All right, well, this is good. I'll see you guys later.
See you later. Yep. Any news for you, Ben, at all?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Cool. Yeah. The only thing I have in the film industry is for a long while I spent a lot of time in Google Trends because I was doing certain types of work. Then I stopped doing that kind of work, so I haven't been keeping track of like search trends and all that kind of stuff. But then I was curious ahead of the show about the word theater and its associated words and like how that's doing. Pre-pandemic, you could definitely tell that the word's relative popularity would kind of stay really consistent, but there's like this very faint but detectable, like you could see it there, like fall off, which I think if you neglect that, if you're in the industry, then that is you're asking for a death wish. But I checked up on it again, and here's what it looks like. Here's a picture of the trend for theater. Obviously, this is the last 5 years, I think. Either that or last year. I don't remember what I did, and I can't read it right now. Yeah, it's the last 5 years. And so obviously you can see where the pandemic hit and, that deep dive downwards. But then you see the trickle up, and actually the trickle up has been more than I expected, which I think is very interesting. So if you're interested in that information, it's there for you. If you're listening on audio only, like I said, there's like a slight trickle up. The list seems pretty consistent. It's almost at pre-pandemic levels. We'll see what happens. There are some interesting films that are coming out that might bring lots of butts in seats. So we'll have to see how that works out. So I'm monitoring that. And the last thing I have to say is I keep saying this at the end of the episodes because I like being right, but like actually now it's like become a critical mass sort of thing. I gotta talk about it in detail. I might do another mixed media episode specifically on this topic. But I think at this point we've hit like a interesting inflection point when it comes to inflation stuff. It's super relevant to you. I promise. It's super relevant to you. I think people underestimate how relevant it is to you, especially if you're like me, you're on your own, or even if you're working part-time and you have a side hustle and you're doing this as a side hustle, or even if you have a job, the only people who are super insulated from this are people like Ben who are in school. Unless Ben has like a lot of assets and things like that. I don't know. But if you're out there in the wild outside of school and you're not school, the reason why school's insulated is because debt is the exact thing that you want in this kind of environment. It's the most beautiful thing you could have in this kind of environment. I think I'm going to do a mixed media episode about a haul of goods that I'm going to buy in response to a lot of these inflationary pressures upward. I just have to say that like it's turned into the kind of thing where I don't think it's revocable anymore. That's why I say there's an inflection point. And I guess I'll explain that. Some other time, we'll explain it on Discord or something like that. But I really do think that you need to think about it. I have an episode about that. A lot of that advice is going to be very hard to execute. I don't know, relatively quickly, it seems, because you'll just be priced out of everything. So, don't get priced out of everything. Protect yourself. That's really why I'm saying it, because it's not this is not about you making money. This is about protecting yourself from something that might be very bad. I just think artists don't tend to be very money savvy, and it's just better for you to know something rather than know nothing about this kind of stuff. So, you have to listen to me, just do your own research and all that kind of stuff. Again, not financial advice too. Yeah, I think it's important. I think that's it for me. All right. It was a good episode. I hope you guys found it all helpful. If you're listening to this segment, I think I'll probably separate this news segment out into its own episode. I'm doing that with the last round of episodes, and every time I've done that, it's actually done really well. People seem to like the news segment on its own. It's like everything gets increased the more we split it up, which is interesting. It might have to do with length. It also might have to do with variety as well. But I'm glad that works. So I'll probably split this out separately. So if you're listening to this, we just did 3 awesome episodes. 1 arguing with Reddit about hot takes from the internet, and 2 interesting and I think very informative topics. So you can go check that out on our channel pages, wherever you are. All links are in the description. Shout out to Locals again, mixedmedia.locals.com. If you go there, you can see what your support can do for us and do for you, all the perks that you can get. So that's my spiel. All right, so I'll say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Yep, thanks for listening.